Dionysus, the Greek god of wine, fertility, and religious ecstasy, is closely associated with the ancient city of Thebes. The city of Thebes, located in Boeotia, central Greece, was known for its close ties with the god Dionysus, who eventually became the city's divine patron. One of the key pieces of evidence that showcases the close association between Dionysus and Thebes is found in Sophocles' play Antigone. In this play, there is an ode to Dionysus as the guardian of Thebes. This ode serves as a clear indication of the important role that Dionysus played in the religious and cultural life of the city. The Thebans also had close ties with the god Apollo, who was another one of their patron deities. However, it is clear that Dionysus held a higher status and was the primary divine patron of Thebes. This is evident from the fact that despite the Thebans' connections to Delphi, the sanctuary of Apollo, Dionysus was still revered as the city's primary god. Dionysus' association with Thebes can be further understood through the various myths and legends that are associated with the city. One of the most well-known myths is the story of Dionysus' birth. According to the myth, Dionysus was born to the mortal woman Semele and the king of the gods, Zeus. Semele was a Theban princess, and her son Dionysus was closely linked to the city. The myth of Dionysus' birth served to solidify his connection to Thebes and further establish his status as the city's divine patron. In addition to his association with Thebes, Dionysus also played a significant role in the religious and cultural practices of the city. Dionysus was the god of wine, fertility, and religious ecstasy, and his worship was characterized by wild and ecstatic rituals. The backsheet cult, which was dedicated to the worship of Dionysus, was particularly popular in Thebes. The city was known for its enthusiastic and fervent devotion to Dionysus, and the backsheet cult played a central role in the religious life of Thebes. The influence of Dionysus in Thebes was also evident in the city's artistic and cultural productions. The theater was an important aspect of religious and cultural life in ancient Greece, and the plays of the famous playwrights Aeschylus, Sophocles, and Euripides often incorporated themes related to Dionysus and his cult. The Bacchae, a play by Euripides, is a prime example of this, as it explores the worship of Dionysus and the consequences of denying his divinity. The fact that Sophocles' play Antigone includes an ode to Dionysus further illustrates the god's significant presence in Theban culture and religious beliefs. The worship of Dionysus in Thebes was not limited to the city itself but extended to the surrounding regions as well. The backsheet cult had a widespread influence throughout Boeotia, and the ecstatic and frenzied rituals associated with Dionysus were practiced in various parts of the region. The backsheet revelries were an integral part of the religious and cultural identity of the Thebans, and they were deeply rooted in the city's traditions and beliefs. In conclusion, Dionysus is closely associated with the ancient city of Thebes. His status as the city's divine patron is evident from the myths, legends, and cultural practices that are linked to Thebes. The worship of Dionysus, characterized by wild and ecstatic rituals, was a central aspect of the religious and cultural life of the city. The influence of Dionysus in Thebes is also reflected in the city's artistic and cultural productions, particularly in the works of the renowned playwrights of ancient Greece. Overall, Dionysus' association with Thebes was profound and enduring, and it played a significant role in shaping the religious and cultural identity of the city and its inhabitants.